Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jonii Beats, and today we're going to be making a beat for Justin Bieber. So for this beat, I'm going for something more like of his chill R&B type vibes. I'm not going for anything like old Bieber, you know what I mean, like Baby. I'm going for more like, if you've heard his new Changes album, something like Habitual. Something with a lot of pads and like a lot of small arps, and I have a really cool guitar trick that I want to show you guys. So let's get right into it. I'm going to try to open up a synth and get some chords going. So I found this really cool one shot from a new cymatics pack called Fantasy, and I think I can make a really cool pad out of it with some effects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that the note only holds on for as long as I'm holding the note on my MIDI keyboard. All right, so I think I came up with a really cool chord progression. It's really smooth and it has a lot of seventh chords and it sounds really jazzy. So I'm going to play around with a few keys and clean this up. So I think I'm gonna throw some reverb on it and widen it up a bit and maybe add like a little wobble effect just so it sounds more vinyl-y. Now I'm gonna EQ out the lows and control some of the mids. Now I'm just gonna saturate it up a little bit. Now I'm gonna play around with an idea of some sidechain on here because I've seen people use it before. Mostly I just use it for my EDM tracks when I'm just trying to sidechain, but I think it might be a really cool effect here just to give some sense of rhythm. That sounds really cool. So now I'm just gonna try to see if I can add some little melody bits along with the really cool guitar trick that I wanna show you. So for the guitar trick, basically all you wanna do is go and grab your favorite guitar synth, and you're gonna wanna copy over the first chord of whatever your progression is. And now basically you wanna pretty much drench it in reverb. Now EQ it a bit to control just some of the mid frequencies and just some of the annoying ones. Now basically you just want to take that pattern, right click on it and click render as audio clip. And now you can take that and normalize it. And then what you want to do is you just want to go ahead and reverse it and then turn down the length so it's like a decent, really short clip for about 2 beats. And then you want to turn up the in. And then basically you want to create a rhythm on every single beat. And then to make that a little smoother, you want to go here and turn your transient to generic. And then what I like to do sometimes, you don't have to do this, is make another one of these, make it unique, and then pitch it up 12 semitones. Now take one of those and make it unique again, and make sure you alternate the first pattern and the second one. And then what you want to do is pan one of them to the left, about 40%, and then one of them to the right, about 40%. Now to process those, all you want to do is you want to take them and you want to route them to your mixer and add reverb, some stereo panning, and just some delay, and just make it really atmospheric and really smooth. Now just put it really far back in the mix. And now that you have that, you can add a different melodic ambient element to each one of these bars. Now I'm going to take the same kickstart effect and I'm going to put it over on my little synth lead that I've been making, just so that the pump effect is really prominent. And now I want to make a really like high bell, really like angelic type ARP or something along the lines, maybe like a pluck. Now I have this really low halftime lead and I want to add a little bit of brightness, but I don't want to add saturation. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of bit crusher with the lo-fi effect in effector. And then I'm going to turn the mix way down so it's really like buried in there. So for the second half of this, I'm going to use the same trick that I used for the guitar. I'm going to use it over here with a piano. I'm going to take a really chill piano sound I have from Labs called soft piano. And then I'm going to repeat the same process that I did with the guitar. Okay, so finally, I think it's time to move on to the bass. I'm gonna try out two different things. I'm gonna try out 808s and I'm gonna try out some regular bass samples. Okay, so I found a really cool bass sample that fits really well with the chords and it blends in perfectly with the mix. So I'm gonna show you guys the melody really quick and then we can work on some drums. All right, I think I'm gonna start off with the kick and snare because I think those are gonna be really prominent in the groove, and I'm not sure if I want to use a hi-hat or a shaker yet, so I'll figure that out as I go. So this is what the drum pattern sounds like. That's basically what it sounds like. And so now I'm gonna add it and see what it sounds like with it. All right, that sounds awesome. Okay, for the last thing, I think what I want to do is add a little bit of a top melody so that the listener has something to grasp onto. I'm just going to take some sort of pluck and just play around with it for a bit, and then hopefully we can just arrange the thing and it's done. All right, so here's what my melody sounds like that I came up with. Awesome. So now that I'm done with that, I'm just gonna arrange a little bit, maybe add a couple intro outro things, and then I'll show you guys the final beat. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and if you liked it, be sure to leave a like, and if you really liked it, consider subscribing so that you guys know the next time I upload. Be sure to leave a comment letting me know what you guys want to see next, and as always, I'll see you next time.